So we have lots of new products for me to show you and walk you through. Please let me know your favorites or which ones you would like me to focus on, because I will. So the lovely Joanna will be behind the badge. She will be adding in all of the links that we do come across. I'm sorry if I am a little bit quick, Joanna. I am sorry about that too. Also, if you do share this live stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. Please remember, if you are sharing on the YouTube channel, to let us know where you have shared to, because it doesn't let us see that information. So, hello there, Daniel, and everyone else that is popping in, and thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for spending some time with me this evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world. Hey, Stacey. And Teresa, yes, very, very busy. Hi there, Pamela, Jacqueline, and Driffer, as well as Sue. So I'm going to move you down to my tabletop area so you can see my hands and also the stamps. Okie dokie. So I'm going to move you guys down now. Just playing around with the little things on my computer screen there. Okay, so hi there, everyone. And everyone that I haven't mentioned, thank you so much for sharing too. So I am going to start with the stamps, and you know me, I always seem to start with the very beautiful floral stamps that we do have. So this one here is the Queen Anemone, and this one is a 6x8, and you can see that we have two beautiful blooms on there, as well as two singular leaves and also a leaf stem cluster too. So that is the stamp set. We have changed our trifold. So you'll notice that we have a little bit more information on here. We have a description. We also have the coordinating products that do work with the stamp set, but your layering guide is here. Don't worry, we have not got rid of the layering guide. It is still there. And if you did want to, you could always kind of cut down here and flip it over so you could see it in your packaging as well when you get it home. So there is the example that we have for this one. You can see how pretty they are. We do have the matching die and also the simple colouring stencil for this one. So this one we're going to add the base layer for the leaves, which is not included in the stamp set, and also an extra layer for the two flowers that we have there too. Okay, so that one's the Queen Anemone. Yep, it is a huge, huge release this time around. Next up, we have the Our Friendship Blooms. So we have this beautiful bouquet with a lily. I'm going to call these cherry blossoms because they look cherry blossom-y to me. And also a little rose bud over here too. As well as the bouquet, you're going to get all of the layers that do fit in. Now, these are all 2-layered elements. So we're really easy to layer up this one. And then we also have the die and also the mask stencil. So the mask stencil is going to be the same as the base layers of the flowers. So you're going to be able to add a gradient effect to those layers if you do wish. I do love using the ink blending technique to get that really beautiful gradient look with those. Next up, we have the Tall Foliage, again, a 6x8 stamp set. And we have 2 large foliage pieces in here. One just has the leaves, which is the larger one. That's near enough 8 inches long. And then the smaller one, which is around 6, has a little flower on it too. As well as that, we have many different sentiments on there that you can use for all different occasions. As well as the stamp set, we do have the matching die set available, and you can see just how large those images are on there. And as well as that, we do have a simple colouring stencil for this set. So this is going to add a simple layer to each of the elements in the stamp set. And if we look at the die set, you can see just how that little layer is going to act on the relation to those images that we do have. The Tall Foliage, I thought that would be one of your favorites, Sue. I did. I just knew that one. Next up, we have the Fresh Cut Roses. Again, a 6x8 set, but this time it's an outline. So we have 2 beautiful outline florals here. I just love this rose bouquet that we have here, as well as sentiments that revolve around love and marriage. So with that one, all that we do have available, if you can see on the back, is just the stamp set. So we don't have a matching die set available for that. If we did, there would be a picture one here, so you'd definitely know if you were missing the set. Now, we have this one. This one is probably one of my favorites. And this is the Sweet Love. Maybe it's because it's got ice cream and chocolates on it. Maybe. But we have a really cool chocolate bowl, which has 4 scoops of ice cream. We have 2 different floral elements, as well as a little chocolate down here. Now, I'm going to just lift this up because I just wanted you to see how realistic those little scoops of ice cream look. You can actually see the little ripples where it's been pulled with a spoon or one of those scoops. It's just so, so cool. So that is Sweet Love. We do have the matching die set available for that one, which is going to cut out that bowl with the ice cream, the little chocolate, and also those 2 flowers there. Yeah, Tiffany, those anemone and the lilies are really, really pretty. This one's a really cool one. So if you do like to add really cool graphic sentiments to your cards, this may be one for you. This is the Modern Greetings, and you can see that it is blue. So that means that it's in our sentiment collection. If you can, I did have a couple of questions about the color coding. So the purple, this like burgundy purple, means floral. The yellow means edible. So I'm going to try and mention that from now on. So this is one of our sentiments ones. So you can see that we do have the blue on the top there. So in this one, which is the Modern Greetings, we have 2 large sentiments in a block image with the sentiments kind of cut out. So these are not going to stamp. And then we also have lots of different sentiments that work with the larger ones. Oh, Darlene, I'm sure you are good at colouring, but these do make it so much easier too. So as well as this, which makes it so, so clever, we do have a Modern Birthday faux letterpress embossing folder. So this one matches with this one. So you can stamp the image, then line it up, and then get the letters to pop up from there. So it's kind of push the circle back and then pushing the letters forward, which is so very clever. I do love this, and I will show you how to do this. And yeah, a great one. So if you do like that, that is the Modern Greetings. I'm just going to move that over to the side. I'm going to try and keep everything more organized than normal because you know what I'm like. I do have a lot of inks at the side of me, so hopefully I have your favorite colors so we can stamp them in those. Okay, now we have the Tall Alpha lowercase. So now this is in addition to our Tall Alpha. We do have the caps in the Tall Alpha stamp set. This one is the lowercase, so you can mix and match these together to create your own sentiments or even names that you don't really see that often. See, my little girl's called Matilda. It's not very often that you do get Matilda on a card, but I could definitely add this on myself with this stamp set here. Also, we have the die set that matches. Now this one, it cuts out all of the letters perfectly, so you could definitely use this one on its own. So if you were just looking at a more of a rounded alphabet set that you wanted, just the dies, you could definitely use this one and not have to use it with the stamp set. They kind of coordinate perfectly, but you can use them separately if you wanted to. So that is the Tall Alpha lowercase, and you can see just how beautiful it does fit on there. And because they're so tall and slim, you're going to be able to fit really big sentiments if you wanted to on small cards. Okay. On here, you can also see that we have the painted hummingbirds. So we do have the little 2x3 set with those 2 beautiful birds, as well as a thanks sentiment. We do have the matching die set available for that one as well. Okay. Then we have something that I think a lot of people are going to like. So the slim line cards are a rage at the minute. So we have come up with a slim line deco cover die. So as you can see here, I've used this on a usual size slim line card, and it will create a frame. But you can use this as a cover if you wanted to and just make a smaller slim line card. It's completely up to you. So we do have the larger one in there and the smaller one, and I will measure this one when I do use it later on for you. we do have the measurements of that on the website as well if you wanted to get those straight away. Next up, we have the organic linen covered embossing folder, sorry. So as you can see, I've already tried to add a little bit of ink to this, but this is just how it's going to create that really cool look. They are very little differences if you use the either side, but it is a really cool one to use to add lots of texture to your backgrounds. Maybe if you're creating more of a mixed media look, I think this one would be a great one to use. Then we have the Bright Bouquet decal. So mine is on a big sheet. I think yours will come on a smaller one. We have 2 different flower clusters in here, as well as Choose Joy and Craftiness is Happiness. Now this is on a clear decal. As you can see my finger through there. So you're going to be able to add this on all of your different, like your phones or anything that you want to create a really beautiful look there. Okay, last but not least, we have 2 sets. Well, one singular and one set of washi tape. Okay, so I have them onto my different cards here. This one is the beautiful foiled marble. And you can see that we have it on a white background with that grey tone marble effect with that beautiful gold foiling. Then we have the Red Sunset washi tape. Now we have 3 of the colours from the Red Sunset, which is the Blush, Rouge and Crimson. And we wanted to add a peachy tone in there. So we have also added the Peach Perfect. So you're going to be able to really play around with those and create some really beautiful effects. Eva, if it is sold out already, I am sorry. I would recommend that you do sign up for the email. And it will let you know when it is back in stock because that marble is beautiful. So there we go. Oh yeah, put the decal on the donut. I put one of my blue ones on my mini blossom. So I am going to start with the Queen Anemone because I did leave this off to the side. So I am going to do this now. Oh, Teresa, you already ordered yours yesterday. Yeah. I'm imagining that you did get the foiled marble. So I'm going to start with the Queen Anemone. So with this one, I do tend to layer this one up a little bit differently than I normally would a layering stamp. Normally I start with like the outline, then the base layer, and then work up. With this one, the outline is kind of like an extra layer. So I work with that one first because it does help me line things up. Okay, so I'm going to go with some blues for this one. Okay. And I have the simple colouring stencil, I have a piece of cardstock, and I also have my set here. And let's just go with both of those flowers, shall we? So I am going to start with like the base, well, the outliney layer, but it's not a proper outline. We do have the guideline inside. And instead of using black, because we are going to be adding in these layer shading pieces, sorry everyone, shade pieces, I am going to start with just a really dark blue. So this one is my Galactic Stream. So I'm going to pop that down. Yeah, the layering guides being on the inside is pretty cool, and you get to have a lot more information on the back of the stamp set too. I didn't layer that properly down there, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and line that up again and then just get that piece. Okay, not far off. And let's do the other flower too. Again with that Galactic Stream, a really dark blue. I haven't done a blue flower in a while. My block is very dirty and it's left marks on my cardstock. Oh yeah, Teresa, the cement washi with the gold triangles was very pretty too. Okay, so that one is the Queen Anemone. And I'm going to go with the base layers next. So I always find it's easier for me to kind of line these up, then take my block to it. So I'm going to go with the lightest color now. This may bleed this color a little bit because I didn't let it dry, but if you did want that color, that base, the outline layer to stay nice and crisp, I would recommend that you do leave that to dry for a little bit. Okay. Oh, trying to use the wrong stamp. Got carried away. I know, I can't, I always tend to use my blocks. I find that it's quicker for me. But I know a lot of you have great fun using your Misties or stamp positioners, but I'm just one for the old school block. I mean, I do tend to use it now and again, but not very often. Okay, so we have layers, and I want to make sure that I'm getting the right layer. Okay, I think this one is going to add an extra layer to this one. Yeah. Maybe I've got that the wrong way around. I haven't used this yet. I maybe should have given it a go before I started. But you know me, crafting without a... There we go. So that's going to add a different layer to that one. Maybe I should just go with the ones that I know fit first. Okay, so I'm going to add this one in. And I'm going to go with Aqualicious. Stamp that down. Oops, I was quite far out with that. Sorry, I must have missed a question. Someone asked about the organic linen. It doesn't have a cut out slot, I think someone asked. It's just where the pieces open and close together. Hopefully that makes sense. I think I've used the wrong one. Aqualicious, Lydia. Sorry, trying to read comments and stamp at the same time. Sometimes can be confusing. Oh, right. Okay, let's not look at the comments for a little minute. I'm sorry. I wish I could cut all this out. Nope. Okay, let's try again. Aqualicious on the layer. Okay. There we go. So once we have those in, we can then... Oh, that's a good idea, Eva. So if you are doing a slimline card, you can kind of pop the rest of the slimline out of there if you needed to. Okay, so I need to clean that block. What I need to do is make sure that I have this the right way. So that is going to be that. Okay. Just going to twist this until I'm happy with the position, or I could just get the die. And that's my up piece. And this is going to add, there we go. I'm thinking I may have got this the wrong way. Okay, so I'm just going to add that there and then add some blue. Just going to add a different layer. I'm just using the teal cave. I don't want to go in that centerpiece because I want to add the green stuff in there. Okay, I'm going to leave that one out for now. And I'm going to take the center images. Okay. I'm going to use a really dark green for this little centerpiece. Now this is kind of like an outline piece, but it's just really detailed. I'm just going to add that in. I didn't really line that up completely. I don't think that you need to, but if you wanted to, you could spend a little bit more time on that one. I'm using evergreen for this one, for these two centerpieces here. Then we have like a solid piece that goes for the stringy bits of the stamen, the bits that the pollen is attached to, so that like this, not these circular pieces. Add that on. Again, I didn't really bother to line that one up completely. I think it's still going to look perfect even without that. Okay. And I really should get into the habit of actually cleaning my stamps off instead of just rubbing them onto my hand. I want a yellow. I'm just going to go with Warm Sunshine. Again, not really worrying about not getting that perfectly lined up, but you can do if you want to at home. You can really get that in the perfect position, but I don't find that it's going to make too much of a difference with the beautiful sketchy doodly look that we have in the center there. So the leaves on the set don't have a base layer, so I'm just going to add one in with the simple coloring stencil. Yeah, even, oh, that's why I get fingerprints everywhere, I think. But I just can't get out of the habit because it's, you know, it's a habit now. I'm going to add those down. And I always tend to use the base layer first if it's got a stencil, because I don't want to put my stamps over and then kind of mush that around. So that's why I always do the stenciling part first if I can. And then I'm going to add the evergreen for the outlines of these beautiful little leaves. Stamp that round. So if you did want the greens that I am using, they are the very first set that we came out with. So they are the Green Fields inks. An oldie, but still very much a goodie. Has anyone watched any good movies? Yeah, I have a song stuck in my head from the last movie we watched. So I am sorry if I do hum a little bit. I'm then going to go with the Forest Glades. There we go, cleaned. I'm going to leave that there. Maybe if I leave that there, it means that I will use it. So I just have it in a little pot. Can't believe how dirty the back of my block is. You don't tend to notice when you're stamping, right? Okay, so once I have these, I am then gonna die cut them. So we have the matching die. Just trying to move things out of the way. I am going to use my little mini blossom. Okay, so Soul and the Crown and Bridgerton. Oh, they're the series on Netflix, right? Dripper? As I'm using my mini blossom, I'm just going to trim around these a wee bit. I tend to kind of cut around everything roughly so I can move things around on my plate so it doesn't take as much time to cut. This one, I think it's that one. There we go. I do need to get some more tape, I believe. Adding a little bit of tape really does help things not to move around. Yeah, we've been watching Moana like every Friday. Oh. And it's Friday tomorrow, so guess what? Me and my daughter will be watching again. So yeah, Parrot and Olive, they are the way to go for these. I do love the tropicalness. I think, yeah, we did have a pretty tropical day on Monday on the last live. Anita, these greens that I used are the Green Fields. So it's the frayed leaf, forest glades, and the evergreen. You also get a jet black in with it as well, so you can be able to do your sentiments too. So it's a great little set. You have all the greens and a black. Okay, gonna do that, and then run that one through. Mina, oh, it's not just me. Yeah, that it is in my head and it will not leave. Oh, also shiny. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, Eva, I'm so jealous. I need some warmth in my life. Terrific. Yep. You know, I know how you feel. So I've got my little images. I'm then going to use the organic linen, but I wanted to show you that you don't necessarily have to use the whole of the image or the whole of the plate if you don't want to. So I'm going to just add kind of a detail to the bottom piece. So all I'm doing is I'm putting my panel in where I want it to emboss, and I'm going to keep the rest of it out. I'm just going to push this through my die cutting machine. It is to the side of me, so I am sorry. I'm just going to roll it out, and it is large. So I did pull out my large die cutter because normally I have my little mini blossom, and that's good for me, but as these are a lot larger, I am going to need to use it. Okay. Sorry everyone, I will be back. It takes a little effort to run it through that, right? Oh, I've missed so many things. I didn't know it was National Poster Carrier Day. But I do now, thank you. Okay. So there we go. You can see just how beautiful it is. And I thought we could also add a little bit of detail with this, but I don't necessarily want all of it. So what happens if we tear it? I know. Trying to get it centered. Teresa, I have a cut and boss, but I'm using something else at the minute because I didn't want to use my manual one. So I'm going to run that along the top there. Okay. Okay, so there we go. And then we can add in our little flowers. Maybe we should have a touch of gold on the sentiment. I'll leave that though, because I think I've spent way too much time on the first card already. So I am sorry, everyone. Please let me know what you'd like to see. And I would then stick in some leaves too. Okay, so there we go. But yeah, don't be scared to tear your washi tape. So you're going to get a really fab and different look using it that way as well. Okay, so let's have a go with this one, shall we? So this one is the Modern Greetings, and we do have that matching embossing folder. I'm going to pull that out. It's a large one. Because it is such a large stamp with such a large solid area, I would recommend using a stamp conditioner to go over it before you use it, just in case it has picked up any dirt, which is quite easy because these stamps are quite sticky, so they kind of want to grab onto anything that's in the air. That's why I always tend to go over these really large stamps with my stamp conditioner. This is just one from Altenew, and they do come in a pack of 3, and they are fabulous. Okay, I'm dropping things. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this. I'm thinking we're going to go purple. It's not a color that I usually choose, but it's what I'm going with today. So I'm going to start with amethyst. I'm just going to go along the top. And making sure that I've got it nicely inked up. I'm going to go with grape agate then on that centerpiece. And I want to kind of blur that out a little bit. So I'm going to go back in with the amethyst. You can do this with your Misty as well. It would be easy to do. Okay. And let's go with grape agate again. Okay. Hopefully we're good. Yeah, I would recommend a manual when doing your embossing with embossing folders. I just find that you have a little bit more control with it. Sorry, I'm going to have to stand up and stamp this one down. I should have had my stamping mat underneath me, but you know me, Sue. It's off to the side. Yay, Teresa. I know, I never use purple. Okay. There we go. I mean, I have got a little bit of a lump. If I'd have used my stamping mat, I think we would have been good, but I'm okay with that. We're just going to pretend that that's stamped perfectly. Another way to go around that is to get an eraser. Because it's rubber, you can take some of that colour and kind of fill that in. We'll just get like a smaller stamp, but there we go. We've kind of fixed the mistake. Yeah, I reckon you could ink blend too, Ava. So once I have that, I can then take my Modern Birthday faux letterpress folder, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up from this side. So I'm just lining up that birthday. Oops. Happy and the to you. And I'm going to add some tape. I do find that adding some tape to this is a good idea, especially if you want it to stamp in that position. I mean, emboss in that position. Okay. Now, I'm going to run this one through my machine. I'll be right back. I'm just at the side. I'm just rolling it through. Okay. There we go. That was quicker than last time. Oh, you could embellish it with gems or crystals, yeah, just to cover that spot. I'm going to lift that out. Yeah, this makes me so happy, but you can see, oh, hopefully you can see that those words are now embossed. No, the circle's debossed, so yeah, the letters are embossed. And you can see just how cool that is there. If you wanted to, you don't necessarily have to use the stamp to get the same effect as this, but I would recommend, if you are adding ink to your embossing folders, to use a pigment ink. Dye ink will just bubble on the surface, and that's not what you were after. I did grab a couple of the inks here. So I'm thinking I might go a little bit gold, unless you want either Frosty Pink, Coral Berry, Grapevine, or Ruby Red. Please let me know. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Coral Berry, and I'm going to go around the edges with gold. See how that looks. So this one is the Coral Berry Mixed Media ink. So I would definitely recommend a mixed media ink when, there we go, a pigment ink when adding colour to your embossing folders, because it will bleed with a dye. So I'm just kind of tapping that really lightly just to get the ink on that circle bit. Oh, I don't think I have any black on me. Sorry, Sue. And normally I'm so well prepared. Okay, so I've inked that. Okay, I'm also going to add some gold to the edges. Okay. I've probably added too much gold, but if Bridget was here, She would say never too much gold. Okay. And I'm just going to clean up this because it will emboss if you don't clean it up. So I'm just going to go around that circle just with a chamois. When you're at home, you might want to take a little bit more time so you don't get any off the circle. Okay. And then I'm going to place my cardstock down where I want it to be. Then shut this, and you don't want anything to move. So once you've placed this down, that's where it's gonna stay. That's where it's gonna live. Okay. Just gonna place that down, and I'm gonna then run that through my machine. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, big shot is on the floor. It's on a chair at the side. It's normally in a cupboard, so I had to get it out specially. But yay, you can see here that you're going to get that same effect that you do with the stamp and the ink if you do use a pigment ink there. So it's cool. Okay, right. Let's have a go with the ice cream. I just want to show you how cool this is. Okay, so I've got the layer, and these do all have, hopefully you can see, little numbers and letters in there, so it's going to refer to which bit goes where. Ink this up with my favorite, which is the obsidian. I'm just going to stamp that down here. I'm not sure if this is where it's going to live, but there we go. I mean, we only need to stamp the ice cream. It's just too cute not to. Okay. So we have 2 layers for the bowl. What's everyone's favorite ice cream flavor? Maybe we can make a mix of ice cream of what we would all like. Because I would definitely go for chocolate. But please let me know if you do have another suggestion. We can have a chocolate one, a vanilla one, strawberry. I'm looking for my grays. I did have grays out. There we go. Vanilla. Okay. Peanut butter chocolate. What color is peanut butter chocolate? Give me 2 suggestions of colors. Oh, chocolate chip. We could do. We could add some chips in, I reckon. Oops. So I was a little awry with that one. Pink with chocolate bits. Oh, coconut ice cream. Ugh. Yep. Now I need to get some more of that in. I forgot about coconut ice cream. Yum. With chocolate sauce. All of this talk of ice cream is making me feel hungry. I know we have ice cream in the freezer though, so I'm thinking after this, I'm going to have to go and get myself some ice cream. Okay, so I've done my little bowl just with silverstone and limestone, and let's create some ice cream, shall we? Okay, so we've got mint chocolate chip, we've got chocolate almond. Ooh, Teresa, that one sounds exotic. Sounds healthy, kind of. Let's go with a mint choc chip. Okay, so I think the mint choc chip, maybe we're going to have the mint choc chip that's really, really bright green. So I'm going to go with Limeade for the first layer. I can go there. So this is kind of like the radioactive mint choc chip that you get, well, children get, I think. Okay, and then we're going to go with lime. If you were after these two greens, they are from the Spring Bouquet ink collection. Oh, I missed that bottom edge, but oh, just how cool does that look? And because this is supposed to be mint choc chip, I am just going to grab my mocha. I'm just going to add in a couple of mint choc chips in there. Okay. Then let's go. Oh, yeah, I love ice cream. Let's go with a raspberry one, maybe. I'm thinking that this is going to be a bit too bright, but I'm going to go with it. Maybe it's one, we're going with a kid's ice cream. So it's one that's like really highly colored. Okay, so this one is the fuchsia. Again, this is from the Spring Bouquet. Please let me know what color butter pecan is, and I'll see what colors I've got on the side. If I was going to do a strawberry, I did do a strawberry, and I think the colors that work best for a, you know, a toned down strawberry color would be, I'm trying to find my little card that I had. It seems to have ran off for a minute, but the colors that I used for my strawberry ice cream usually would be coral berry and cotton candy. So let's just do one, shall we? So this would be my strawberry. Just do one over the side. So cotton candy and coral berry. And I think this one looks more like a natural kind of strawberry color. Oh, it could be sherbet. It could be sorbet. And then we have this top one. And there. I'm going to go with a chocolate and maybe a vanilla. So for the chocolate and vanilla, I did kind of use the same ink colors. So this is the Delectable Delights. So for my chocolate, I'd go with the two darker ones, which is the almond butter and the milk chocolate. And then the other two are going to be for my vanilla. Okay, so this one is from the Delectable Delights, and this one is the almond butter. I'm going to pop that on the top. And then the milk chocolate. It's milk chocolate, so it's going to be good. Maybe we could have added some more chocolate chips into that one. And then last but not least, we're going to go with the vanilla. The good old vanilla. Can't leave it out. So for that one, I would be using the vanilla cream and the hazelnut. Again, these four brown colors are from the Delectable Delights. Oh, you could, Sue. You could add loads of scoops to this if you wanted to. What a great idea. You could have like a huge sundae going all. I'm going to try that out. Huge sundae all the way up the card. Yep, definitely need ice cream now. All of the talk of these other flavors. Yep, I think these ones look really good, these brown colors. And you can see that that one does look very much like vanilla too. So have a play around, use all of your favorite ink colors to create lots of different ice creams. And as Sue suggests, you could definitely kind of stamp this again and then kind of pile it up until it went really, really, really big. Okay. Please give me a suggestion of one more thing that you would like to see, everyone. I am getting a little bit claustrophobic in my area now. Maybe it's the tall foliage that you want to see. But yeah, I really do love this ice cream. It's so cute. Okay. So I am going to go with the tall foliage. Okay. And I'm going to go with this really large stem here. I'm sorry I've made everyone hungry, and now everyone probably does want some ice cream. Okay. So it's a really large image, so I am going to use my biggest block, which is 6 by 6, and it's still not big enough for the image. But I am going to use the simple colouring stencil for this one. So as I'm going to be stamping the image, and like I said, I like to use the simple colouring stencil first before I do that. Where have I put it? Can anyone see where I put my simple colouring stencil? I had it a second ago. Thank you, Eva. It's confused me. I had it like 2 seconds ago. Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was still left over here. Okay, so I have my simple colouring stencil for the leaf, and I'm going to add my colour through first. So I'm just going to pop that into place where I want it to be. I'm going to add a little tape. And maybe we go with a peacock coloured leaf. Or a pink one. I don't know. Let's go pink. Let's go pink and blue. So I kind of want the blue in the center because these two are not going to mix very well. It is a monster block. Yeah. I'm just going to ink that up. I'm just using my little ink blending tools. So that one is the marshland. I'm then going to use some icy water. I did want to do rainbow, but not everything is on my desk as planned now. It was lovely and tidy, lovely and organized before we started. And then we started. So yeah, it's everywhere. So this one is the Canyon clay. I think this is a great set for really clean and simple cards, especially if you need to do a lot at once. So just using that stencil is really cool. I'm going to take that huge stamp again. I'm going to ink that up this time. And then it's going to take a little bit of controlling. This might be a good one to use with your stamp positioning tools. I'm sorry if my head does get in the way. I'm trying not to. There you go. Hey! See just how pretty that is there. So let's just grab a sentiment, and then at least we have one card complete. The rest of the time we just made things, but at least one card. I'm just going to take one of the sentiments again from the tall foliage, ink that up, just add that in. There we go. But you can really play around with the simple colouring on that one, and I really do like the colours that we did choose to use with that one. Okay, so after I've made everyone hungry, I can hear everyone running to the freezer now, because that's what I will be doing after this. I will be getting a couple of scoops, and I think we have chocolate brownie in the freezer, which is good. So everyone, thank you so much for joining me. It has been a blast, and I have loved creating with you. Thank you so much for sharing and for spending time with us. Thank you so much to the lovely Joanna for popping in the links too. Thank you so much, everyone, and we'll see you again for another live next Monday. See you again. Bye-bye.